first drive will start at the 25. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. Getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play. From a week ago, 15 carries, 71 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Britt. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Britt. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here comes the Lions punter now. Watch out for Hill on the return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
2nd and 5.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Mahomes pass.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike.
6 yards.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down.
Delayed game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
The wide receiver.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
operating from the gun. Britt.
22-yard line.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean. They can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a 2nd empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Here's Hill on the return. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And that will come the offense as they take over. Very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Kramer. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Edwards-Helaire. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line. Again,
they'll throw with Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
False start, offense.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. And again, it's Mahomes. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
A loss of 6.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Off play action. Britt. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. That catch good for only a couple.
2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Britt in trouble, and he's taken down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing on 3rd and long. Britt. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. Taken in at the 22. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And I guess protected, because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
First down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Britt, rush coming, and he's taken down.
Quarterback is sacked.
And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the gun, Britt. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Britt. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
The quarterback sacked.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over. Here
comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill.
Mahomes pass.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Deshaun Hand gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So out now come the Lions. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Chiefs.
Off the play fake. Britt. Campbell making the catch. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chiefs.
On 2nd down, Swift. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Britt. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 16 yards, a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate. Now to throw. That one complete to Hill.
Mahomes pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
88. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now it's Mahomes again. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Wide Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
Now Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Kramer. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line.
At the 31-yard line.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Wide Edwards-Helaire.
Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Mahomes firing complete, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That's good for a Kansas.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Now here's Mahomes. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Deshaun Hand in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down at the 28. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Field goal, a 45-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0.
Lions, nothing.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the three's just not that good.
And people say we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st and 10, Britt. Catch made here by Campbell. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. From the gun, Britt. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started over at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front. David Montgomery with a touchdown run. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, not much happening on the scoreboard, just a lone field goal in that first half. For the call of the second half, maybe we can get a touchdown, fellas. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Wide receiver, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Well, the second down throw on target, and he'll get it down here to the 43.
5 yards on the play, and it's third down.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Off play action. Britt. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Britt. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Britt throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Landry again the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down and 3.
Operating from the gun. Britt. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, Britt. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Nelson, the quarterback.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guys' jersey clean throughout the game.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
6, Chiefs 3.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mahomes now on 1st down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes, complete. The tight end, Kelsey. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Lions to take over. Trying to erase the memory of last week when they dropped one to the Minnesota Vikings. They're in the driver's seat right now with the lead. Off the play fake. Britt. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Quarterback is sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. To throw on second down. Britt firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Britt's pass.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
A 12-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Britt. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Now carry there for Fournette as he's able to work his way for a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Heineke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They'll run on first down. Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Incomplete. It's third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And Bounces kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3.
Lions 9, Chiefs 3.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. KC's offense ready to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Mahomes. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Britt. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. On 1st down, Swift. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
off play action. Britt. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Britt. Dancing to his left. The decision to scramble almost got him the first, just short, 9 yards, and it brings up 4th and inches.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Able to shake him off. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
On now comes the Lion offense. They'll be asked to go for 2 here. Following the fumble recovery, Britt, that's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead for the touchdown. Then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Kramer. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Mahomes to throw once more. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. It's here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Got an open man. That's Campbell.
Pass.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
1st down.
From the gun, Britt throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Britt. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Here's Swift. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Throwing on 1st down, Britt. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The quarterback sacked. A 15-yard loss.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. A throw over the middle taken in. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
5-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Britt. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for number 14.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Makes the score Lions 20, Chiefs 3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you to the end zone, get you 6?
27-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll throw from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Mahomes pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Mahomes.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
For a Kansas City Chiefs.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And again, it's Mahomes. And a quick throw here that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive. Recovered